Self-improvement has changed my life. I used to be a lazy, immature, and unproductive young man. I consumed a lot of media, ate crappy foods all the time, didn't take care of my mental health, and never had any goals. Eventually, the pain of unproductivity outweighed the instant gratification pleasures, and that's how I started improving myself. It started with fitness and seeing my body change, eating healthier foods, quitting video games, and improving my mental health. This was and still is a hard process, but I don't regret it one bit. And not just me, you're probably experiencing this right now as well. Maybe there are some people who are influencing you to improve yourself. Due to many great self-improvement channels that preach really good messages to young men, they will become the best version of themselves. Or at least I hope. There is something you must realize. Now, you're probably familiar with this term. You've probably heard it many times before, and I hope you don't click off the video right now because I do want to reach you guys with this message. It's a quote from Tyler Durden, aka Brad Pitt, in the iconic film Fight Club, directed by David Fincher and written by Chuck Palahniuk.
I felt sorry for guys packed into gyms, trying to look like how Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger said they should.
That what a man looks like?
Self-improvement is masturbation. Now self-destruction. Excuse me.
The film is about a man who is sick of his everyday life and eventually follows a sinister path with his so-called buddy that is a soap salesman. The film is about a consumerist culture and the feminization of society. It's probably also why this film is still popular to this day, especially with young men. We still deal with a lot of those problems in the great consuming society. Even though Fight Club is still, ironically, a form of entertainment to mainstream consumers, it does have a lot of important messages, i.e. self-improvement is masturbation. But how could self-improvement be masturbation? I mean, you're bettering yourself and it's a positive, right? It absolutely is. But in this consumer society where many people want your attention, self-help is very big and very marketable. You've probably seen many self-improvement influencers or gurus that sell their courses or self-improvement YouTubers you still watch to this day. But why do you watch this content? Are you still learning from them? Be honest with yourself here. I found out that I watch a lot of content for the sake of entertainment and dopamine. It's comfortable to watch a guy talk about life lessons. Now, this content could, of course, help you out, as it certainly did with me. But the message is probably already very clear to self-improvement. Now, some of these influencers want to hold your attention because attention equals money. That's why they make improving yourself so attractive with motivational speeches and such. It gives you hope. But how many times have you watched these videos? And have you actually improved dramatically from them? And why are you watching my video? You should probably be doing the actual unsexy activity, but your brain craves dopamine over being uncomfortable. It's something we all have. It's very normal actually. That's just how our brains work. It's a comfort zone and it doesn't hurt. And therefore Tyler Durden is saying that self-improvement is masturbation. You think you're doing something productive by watching these videos or looking at these people talking about their life experiences, but you're only giving yourself more dopamine. It's a facade. You're just another consumer and there is no actual improvement. So be aware of that. But then where does the real self-improvement lie? Tyler Durden says that self-destruction is where it's at. Now, in Fight Club, they probably mean destroying yourself physically to eventually become a better and stronger man. But I think there lies a deeper meaning to this as well. Destroying yourself and your ego, going through the pain does make you a better and stronger man. You can apply this with anything. Take fitness. It's a perfect example. You painfully destroy your muscles by lifting heavy, and eventually this leads to muscle growth. This is just how muscle growth works. You destroy your muscle fibers and they build themselves back up and they're bigger. Or you study hard for a test that you don't want to study for, but eventually you get a good grade. The unsexy answer is self-improvement lies in struggle. And that's why this is such a hard pill to swallow, because you are going to click off this video and probably go to the next one. Or are you going to close YouTube and do the thing you're supposed to do? And don't tell me you're watching this before bedtime. Come on. I just want to make you realize that you don't need to keep consuming all this self-improvement content because you won't find the answers there. And it's a very ironic, of course, for me to say that, but you'll have to find the answer for yourself. And you'll find it through struggle. But eventually, when you're past this point, you'll become a happier and more fulfilled man, because men grow through struggle. So try to lower your consumeristic lifestyle for the sake of your dopamine receptors and start looking at the things you want to achieve in your life and work on those things. Now, this is starting to sound a lot like those motivational speeches, but I hope you've realized that self-improvement should only be used to improve and not to entertain. I hope I don't see you again.